This is Rogers TV.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tune In Tuesday here on Rogers Television. My name is Jennifer Clark, and I'm your host for Gen Zen TV. Today's show is all about supporting you and understanding the astrological energies that are around us today. The full moon is on tap tomorrow, causing some very interesting energy shifts. And of course, later on in the show, we're going to do some oral card readings to see what the cards have in store for you. So full moons happen every month, and as the energy is building up in 2020, which is a very fantastic, interesting, and challenging year for many people around the world, the energy of the moon's building and really supporting us in understanding why we're here as a human consciousness, human being. What is our busyness about? What is our beingness about? Affecting, of course, politics, economics, how we live, who we live with, what we love, who we love, all those kinds of crazy things. So a lot of people are finding it sometimes very destabilizing around the moon cycles, which new moons and full moons happen every month, and then every quarter we get either an equinox or a solstice energy. Interesting September, because we're starting off with this full moon, so tomorrow, September 2nd, which is a huge cosmic reset button. And reset in the sense of looking back at the summer, looking back at the last few months. Again, no coincidence that the eclipse season was during the COVID season, starting at the March equinox, going all the way up until July. Which was, I believe, a solar eclipse. So these changes are inciting us to make the changes in our lives that we need to, whether it's jobs, work, tribe, family, friends, how we teach our children's school systems, education, learning, romances. Again, who are we with? What are we stuck in? What are we saying? What are we not saying? Basically, what are we doing? What is our beingness all about? So this particular full moon is acting almost like January 1st does for us in every year, meaning it's acting like a huge cosmic reset button. It's acting like okay, guys, you've gone through sort of the heaviness. Now what is it that you want? Who do you want? How do you want to live? What do you want to be? What do you want to create? And many people are still feeling the negative effects of those eclipse seasons. So again, whether it's the economic effects of COVID, health effects of COVID, restrictions around, community, social, dating is taking a huge hit, of course, meeting new people. Many industries are gone because of COVID alone. And then relationships were taking a huge hit because people were forced to really face, their loved ones in a very sort of contained way, because they couldn't go to work, they couldn't escape to the gym, they couldn't escape to the bar or the hockey rink or the golf course or whatever it might have been that, helped them maintain this relationship along the way. So everyone's being affected in some way. And this, again, full moon, it's a full moon in Pisces. The sun sign is Virgo, that would be me, and the full moon's in Pisces. And it's really asking us to create better foundations, really creating walls and structure in our lives that are more conducive to our true destiny, our true belief system, our heart. Our hearts are speaking to us and sort of yelling at us to reach for more, reach for better, do better, do more, be better, be more. So sometimes change can be difficult. In astrology, we call it the tower moment. In the tarot, I should say, which was maybe, one of the eclipses a couple months ago. And now we're kind of living the aftermath of that tower card moment, which is putting the pieces back together. The good news, September has an equinox in it. So it's funny, it's right on my birthday, September 22nd. That's my birthday. September 21st is the equinox. And it's all about really mulching and taking that energy of the summer, making the foundations, building. It's almost like we're at Habitat for Humanity and we're all building our own new village. So again, what new structures are being built in your life? What needs to be built in your life? What haven't you tasked? What haven't you done? And feel that impulse to take action now, whether it's learning a new skill, getting a new job, looking for a new relationship, reclaiming something that you've left behind, pick it up, where you left it off. So September's energies in general, I just made some notes here, are actually going to also affect us perhaps in some sort of physiological way. Because we have a new moon, a full moon, and an equinox during the month of September. These are all very powerful astrological influences. Whether you believe in astrology or not, little people, meaning children, pets, and energy sensitive people will really, really notice this. Ask any first responder or emergency staff personnel, and they'll know when it's a full moon, because things start to go a little crazy. The Looney Tunes, the lunar energy kicks in. So we may be feeling this in our bodies. Again, hydrating is really important. Being outside in nature, getting meditative, finding a grounding space or a happy place on a more regular basis. Especially, again, a lot of the moms like me are getting ready to send kids back to school, which is creating its own sort of buzz and craziness in a system that was a little broken anyway. So that is, creating a lot of extra energy on the planet because September seems to be the start of most school seasons. Then we have people moving from what's called reactionary activism, which is protesting, getting really angry and using anger, into visionary activism, which is really saying, what is it that I see for the world? What is it that I want to be in the world? Which is a more Zen state, which is a more sedentary, solid state where you're rooted, you're grounded, you're chanting, you're writing, you're painting, you're dancing, you're storyboarding, again, more creative, more calm, which frankly, I think the world needs a little more calm myself. And people are going to see that time is affecting them in a different way. They're going to either see time slow down or speed up. And it's different for everybody, so it's hard to tell you what it's going to be for your experience. But for me, time is slowing down. And almost painfully slow. And again, I have to really be present in the moment. It feels I can really stretch time a lot longer than I usually am able to. For others, it's going really, really fast, and they just can't, where did my day go? Where did my minute go? Because it was just like a half a second, and it's just sort of fast. So again, depends on how you're going to interpret time. It depends on your existing relationship with time. So pay attention to that. And conflict energy is going to be sort of dissipating. Again, those reactionary visionaries that kind of activists want to kind of, shake the world and change it like that by shaking the tree, are going to have more peace and calm harmony, more harmony in the world, more peace. The veil is thin. People's dreams are going to be much more active. Spirit is going to be nudging you to take action. You're going to see music that's going to remind you of someone or something, giving you messages. Take action on it. That's another way Spirit is talking. So dreams, music, movies, of course, people saying someone's name 3 times. Really, anytime you see a pattern repeated 3 times, it's the message from the universe saying, hey, pay attention to this. Frankly, I just listened to it once. And like when someone says, you should do this, I'm like, oh, okay. And I feel it with an open heart. And I take action on it responsibly, with your boundaries, with your reason. But certainly I've sort of learned how to navigate the flow. I don't really challenge it much anymore. I just kind of go with the flow, knowing that, nothing bad really could happen because I'm bringing my wisdom and my balance with me. So I always like to explore. That's just me personally. Again, people are perhaps coming out of their shells a bit. COVID perhaps relaxing in a lot of the parts in the world. So be more open energetically, at least. So even if you're still COVID concerned, be more open energetically to explore and get back to life and living, even with perhaps new modifications and new ways of being. All right, so that's September. Again, I encourage you to research people on the internet sort of speaking more about that. One of my favorite dudes is Lee Harris. Just research on the internet Lee Harris update for September, and you'll get more information on that. And again, be aware that tomorrow is that big moon energy, which is a cosmic reset. Perfect time to declutter, to clean the house, to put things away. Like I mowed the lawn, I swept the laneway. Yes, Greek people do that. I did the laundry. I put things away. I manscaped. I landscaped my body. I did all these kind of crazy things, knowing that, of course, I'm getting ready for this new reset energy, which is happening. Well, it started really the last couple of days, but it's culminating tomorrow evening, Wednesday night. And you'll feel those effects probably the rest of the week. And then we have another neat energy shift on September 9th as well. So September is a really, really big month to pay attention. I would highly encourage you to research your numerology. As I mentioned earlier, my colleague Laura Young creates a numerology forecast. We'll have her on the show. She was on the show many years back, and we'll bring her back on to talk about that because it is really helpful to sort of navigate making decisions. Many people think COVID is really restricting them, and I challenge them to say, okay, within the box, navigate it. So look for new jobs, date online, go out and socialize with COVID protocols and social distancing, host events, do it on virtual, do it in areas, perhaps outdoors where it's more safer for you. So it's, again, to find those ways through and how we keep busy and get busy living, even during sort of this energy field that's around us. So to speak on this topic, I've invited one of my dear friends and a colleague of mine, Kate, who is a space stylist. Isn't that a cool name? Space stylist. She is a graphic designer, yoga teacher, and her specialty is looking at interiors, well, exteriors as well, but interiors primarily, and looking at, okay, what's the energy flow here? How do things have to move or change? Every area of your home has a special significance. So some of the highlighted areas, of course, are health corner, love corner, money corner, financial corner, and career corner. And when Kate started working with me a couple months back, I was really aware of, for example, my financial corner was a large built-in bookshelf. And what do you put on your built-in bookshelf? Books and pictures of people you love. Well, that's not the right energy for financial corner. So that actually happened to land in my financial corner. And I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Spent about a day completely taking it down, bringing in the different elements, and Kate's going to talk to you about that are required for the financial corner. And I felt so good. I felt so good doing it. Now, it's a very odd looking bookshelf, but it's super cool. Rad energy, you can feel it. It's just like pulsing. So again, every corner has their own particular area of your home. And then they have different elements that need to be included. So let's bring Kate on, the space stylist. I just have to flick a couple switches here, so bear with us. And there's Miss Kate. Hi, Kate. Oh, volume. We just need your mic.
Hi.
There we go.
How are you, Jen?
Good. So it's like I've become the expert because you've been teaching me so much. And
You've done amazing.
Kate's been working with a lot of my friends and my clients and me, of course. And I'm just absorbing it all in because, this big reset button, Kate, that's happening tomorrow. We're all feeling it. I've been cleaning and decluttering. Now, I still got lots of crystals and lots of stuff to do. But man, does it feel good just to, move stuff around. So tell us, you don't do classic feng shui, but we use feng shui as the term because it sort of is the main label. So what is feng shui to you, and how does the layperson understand it, and why might it be important?
So feng shui is the art of improving your home and trying to make it emulate your actual body. So it originated in China, and it started out because if they were growing crops for food, they would have to create the right environment to have that flourish. So they would build them in the bowls of mountains, etc.
Oh, is that why they did that? I always wondered about the rice paddies were like that. Okay.
Yes. it evolved into what we know as the Bagwa Map,
Yes.
which maps out 9 corners of your home. And they believe that if energy is not moving in your own house, then those areas of your life are stagnant and not working.
Right.
Which makes sense. In your own body, if you're not, taking care of your own health, then your body's not working for you. Feng Shui helps your home work for you and all the areas of your life that you want to activate.
Right. I love it. And I do energy space clearing without tools, more with, intention, alchemy, which really you can see the difference between a depressed home and a happy home.
Exactly.
Or like I remember when I went into someone's home and their bed was in a really odd place and they were having trouble having a baby. They were fine. That, like, young people, I asked, your body's good? Yep. I said, let's change your bed, the direction. And don't you know, of course, within 6 months they had a baby. Now, I'm not saying that the bed did that, but I do know that certainly that does help when you're in the right alignment, right? When you're in the right space to do something. So let's talk about the famous corners. I mentioned 4, financial, romance. I'm so proud of my romance corner. Health and career. So how does someone, because every home has its own, architecture, right?
Yes.
How does one sort of test that? Is there a simple way of understanding it, or?
So you would look at what's called the Bagwa Map, and it has 9 sections, and they're all color coded. So every corner has a color associated with it, and also an earth element, an element in the environment.
Right.
So it could be earth, it could be fire, it could be water.
Right.
If you are standing in your front door of your home,
okay,
and you look to the far left corner of your house.
Yeah, everyone do this. Yeah.
And figure out what room is that. And that corner in that far left is the finance corner. So
and for me, it was a bookshelf. Remember?
It was a bookshelf. Yes, with books. So the color is purple or royal blue, and there's a reason for that. Nothing is done haphazardly. It's all connected to energy.
Right.
So purple and blue is connected to royalty. The robes, the velvet robes that they used to wear. In that corner, the very first thing you want to do always in Feng Shui is, I call it the 3 Ps. Pile, purge, and pitch.
I was going to say something else, but yes, okay, go.
So you start making piles of things that you're not using, that are collecting dust. Get rid of them. Organize your items into things that are actually being used and things that bring you joy. We've all heard the TV show and the book for things that bring you joy. That's very aligned with
I love Miss Kondo. She makes me laugh.
Exactly. Now, in that corner, you want to put things that make you think of money, finances, riches, things that give that energy. That's a part of what activates the corner.
Right.
So in this corner, you might have gold, silver, you might have jewelry, you might have, I usually put my storage bin of coins, I put it in that corner. It means money.
Bring all those pennies out and finally use them.
Yeah. There was something somewhere.
Well, no, but it'd be good. Spray painting those coins like gold would be nice to see, right? Because they would look like real coins. Because they are real money. Like, Spirit doesn't know the difference between copper. Like 1 cent is equal to a gold coin. Like, it doesn't know the difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if your finance corner is in a tricky room, like one house I had in Toronto was in my bathroom. Well, how do you make your bathroom emulate finance? So think about who's got nice bathrooms. Where do you feel amazing when you want? Paris. So I designed my bathroom to emulate Paris and things of glamour and gold, etc., and it worked.
Yeah, nice, wonderful. And then, of course, romance corner. We always love that one. Now, this is the one that makes me laugh because I've known about this one for a year, for years. But the laziness of living in your bedroom, right? You're like, oh, you just chuck things in that corner and you forget. You really do forget. And when I'm talking to our listeners here and our callers, when you're in new romances, when you're getting rid of old romances, when you're in a stale romance, check your romance corner.
Check
so
your
where is
corner.
that in the bedroom?
Right. So this corner, I think, is often forgotten and really not, there's no attention put into it, like you said. If you're in your house and you're standing at your front door, you would look at your far right corner of your house, and that's your romance corner.
So it's got nothing to do with the bedroom. So am I clear? It's got nothing to do with the bedroom, or it does have to do with the bedroom?
It does, but the romance corner of the house, the sector, is always the far right room.
Right.
However, as you know, our bedrooms are where the romance can go on. So
Right.
It's important to activate the romance corner in your bedroom. So you walk in your bedroom, you stand at your door. What's the far right corner? That's the romance corner in your bedroom.
I'm lucky because it's the both. To me, it's both. It's the same one.
Exactly. That's where you luck out. If your bedroom is in the romance corner, hallelujah. The most important thing about that corner is the colors. It's pinks and reds, things that make you feel romantic. One of the most powerful crystal quartz that you could put in there would be a rose quartz, like this is a really big, beautiful quartz.
Mine's a heart. I have a huge heart.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anything that basically makes you feel romance, Valentine's Day, symbols like that. In terms of activating that corner, the most important thing would be a pair of candles. This corner, you always want doubles and pairs, not triples. If you have a triple, that can represent somebody else outside the relationship.
Yeah, we call those third-party relationships, yeah.
Exactly. So here's an example of 2 heart candles that you can use. These are kind of fun and whimsical, but you can have big, beautiful wood candles, etc.
But let's make a point. They have to touch.
They have to touch. Yes, I could tell an interesting magical story I had with one of the first romance corners I did. I was at a friend's home, and above her door, she had 2 manor ducks, and they were pointed away from each other, flying in the distance.
Yeah. Wrong.
In feng shui, if you walk into a feng shui home, you will often find, feng shui store, a pair of matching ducks.
Mm-hmm.
The Chinese do this because they mate for life.
Yes.
So I told my friend, I said, you have to turn those ducks to each other and they should be kissing, not flying away from each other.
Yes.
That night, someone she had known for 25 years as a friend, they both had their own lives, made a move, and they got together. And it was a huge spark of a romance that lasted for years. So the stuff works.
And again, I remember my shaman teacher noticing I had a collection of beautiful women's backs, long-haired women nudes. I collected nudes. I've collected art since I was 18. And I always loved the backs. He's like, dude, what are you saying to the universe? I'm turning my back on you. Don't come see me. Don't hurt me. And I'm like, what? And I'm not kidding you. I actually, 15 years ago, had to get rid of my beautiful collection of this art because it wasn't representing, I loved it. Like, I curated these pieces. And I was just like, and I realized, not what I wanted. 1, single woman, no. And 2, unless you want to be. And 2, the back, it wasn't open. It wasn't, so I learned the hard way.
We all do it, right? Women will often have beautiful portraits, like you said, or paintings of themselves. A good place for those are the hallways that you can appreciate, and also your bathrooms are also a nice place.
Yes. Yeah. So now let's move along to the health corner.
Health. So health is in the most interesting spot in the whole Bagwa Map. It's in the dead center. So in your home, typically it's an awkward position of the middle of your house, which is often a hallway for a lot of people, or the foyer. The color here is yellow or gold or orange.
Okay.
Think of bright and healthy and sunshine. If you're someone that draws appreciation or peacefulness from, you see a lot of Buddhas now in interior design. This is an excellent place to have a Buddha head.
Right.
Fresh flowers.
Yep.
Daisies, yellow, things that feel fresh and bright and happy and alive would be the center corner.
Even lemons, right? A bowl of lemons.
Bowl of lemons is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I've used so the dead center, my house is open space. It's sort of in between all the open concept rooms. So I've just used, well, first of all, my floor is gold yellow, so that's great. But then I use a throw. I put a throw and put flowers on the table that's there, and the throw, because it's not really any space. There's no
it's a corner
wall. It's actually just, it's just open. So you can't put something on the floor. My kid's gonna knock it over. So so you have to kind of adapt, right? You adapt the best you can, knowing that piece of that textile or that painting or that color is very intentional.
Exactly. And that's perfect. It doesn't take much.
Yeah. And then the next one, of course, would be career or fame, whichever you call that.
So the career corner in your home is when you first walk in your front door, that is the career section of your home. So often
the front door.
The front door is the career. The back of the house is fame and reputation. But right as you walk in the front door is career and opportunities.
Isn't that most people's foyers or hallways?
Foyers or a mudroom, the entrance area where all the shoes are, the clutter.
That's not very, So
no, that represents your career, clutter and shoes and a mudroom and a mess.
Oh, great.
However, look how lovely it is when you walk into someone's foyer that's really clean and clear. They've got a beautiful mirror there and everything's organized.
Yeah.
The color is blue, dark blue or black.
Dark blue or black.
The element is water. So
which is a mirror, which could be a mirror.
A mirror represents water because it looks like water or glass. You can have a water fountain feature in that section of the house. Yep. And you can also put, something that you're aspiring to be in your career. You could literally put, a business card on your console table.
Right.
Something that you're striving for, put artifacts in that area that remind you of that.
Well, I think I'm going to change the carpet in my foyer to dark blue.
You could do that.
That would be the first thing I could do. Otherwise, that's all I could do. But now, did you not correct my fame corner in my bedroom? Is there a fame corner in your bedroom?
There's a separate corner. So there's career and opportunities, and then there's a corner called fame, which can often be linked to your career aspirations, right?
Right.
So that corner is the red, which is the middle of your house, like the far.
Right. Okay. So making notes. Blue carpet.
If there are people listening, if there's someone out there that represents what you want in your life, that would be a good place to put their book, a photo of them, something that you're aspiring to be. That's the corner to put that.
Yes. I put all my crowns in my fame corner, but in my bedroom.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Like, foyers are tricky. Like, North Americans aren't used to a lot of clutter necessarily. Yeah. And we're elements, right? We come in from the rain, in from the snow. It is what it is. But I get what you're saying. You could mirror your closet doors. Yeah. Get closet doors that have mirrors.
Yep.
I have to think about that. You and I have to think about my foyer because I think that's going to be a tough one for me.
Sure.
And so what are some of the, so I know after you did my romance corner about a year ago, let's say in a week I got a result.
It works. I have another story.
It did.
I just, my cousin in New York City, we were feng shuiing her corner in her bedroom, and she had hired in the interior design process. The whole home had been feng shuied, we're talking paint, the curtains, everything. But nothing had been activated. No one had come in and do the actual corners, which is what I did.
Right.
And we were in the middle of doing her room, and beside her table, like most people out there, what's on your bedside table? Books. People read to go to bed. She had about 3 towers of books, and this was her romance corner.
That was mine too.
I said, what do you want in your life? A romantic partner. Okay. I said, what is on your bedside table right now? She said, books. I said, do you want a relationship with your books or your soulmate? Soulmate. She couldn't move the book. She was so attached to the books. I said, what do you want in a relationship? A partner or book? She's a partner. As soon as she grabbed the pile of books, she was literally crossing her bed to put them in the other corner. Her phone rang. I looked at her, she looked at me, and she looked at the cell, and it was this man she had met at a Tony Robbins conference that serenaded her in the audience, and she hadn't heard from him in 2 months, and there he was on the phone as she was activating the corner. We screamed. That was the most instant response I've had.
Yeah. Nice. But again, this full moon can do that, right? This September, I'm not kidding you. And not only is it my birthday month, like we've got the equinox and all those powerful energies. And I knew that all the heavy lifting people have been doing since the March equinox, you know, and then the summer solstices and the other eclipses, you know, it was really hard summer for a lot of people. And now it's like, yes, let's enjoy it. And I think people have forgotten to have fun. People have forgotten that, you know, the universe is, so that happened for a reason, guys. That bad thing happened for a good reason. And now it's time for you to receive the benefit of that, right? Play, joy, love, romance, passion, intention. I mean, we can't travel quite yet, but certainly we can plan and we can get ready and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you also have a travel corner, don't you?
Yes, we all have a travel corner. It's as soon as you walk in your door to the right-hand side of your door. So often that's still the foyer and mudroom.
Yeah.
This is one of the most fun areas to do because this is where I ask people to dream, explore, and think outside the box. Where have you always wanted to travel to that you haven't been?
Right.
Bali is somewhere I want to go.
Yeah,
so
it's beautiful.
what do I put on my travel corner? Yeah, is photos of Bali, a calendar, things that make you think of Bali. It happens. It's magic, and it's a beautiful corner to do because you can literally have photos of all the places you get to travel.
Yeah. So in my corner, I have a 10-foot banana plant. I love banana plants. Love tropical plants. Love banana plants. Just bought a little one. And anyway, because my corner is really, I can't hang anything there. There's no real place. It's just the closet, the shoes. So to me, that plant always reminds me of the tropics, right? Hot countries, places I've been. Mine's Maui's my happy place. I've been to Bali. The big luxurious, you know, like this, like it's almost like my shirt. You know, I'm wearing it just because I'm squeezing the last bits of summer out. So for me, that's as best as I can get.
That's perfect, though.
Yeah, yeah. I could actually hang. I just had a little thought. Like, you know, like a mobile, little pictures, like mini pictures, almost like a tree ornament of pictures of places I've been in the tree. That would be kind of cool, actually.
That would be really neat.
But yeah, so you got to get inventive. What we're trying to say here is it doesn't take a lot of money. I did it on a shoestring budget. I went and bought, you know, silver paint, gold paint. I spray painted all my black Buddhas gold. You know, I brought out all the things I already had. Mirrors to represent water. So it can be done really, really simply when you know what you're doing. So Kate, how can people find you if they want to hire you to come in, jazz up their homes? And it also works with businesses.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I was going to say for businesses, one of the number one things in feng shui is to have an elephant at your entrance door. And they believe that this brings business into your home. Mm-hmm. And the elephant can look like anything. This is a beautiful piece I picked up. And you'd have this at the door of your business walking in. And you don't have to get the little ornate things that you can see. Be inventive. Wherever you see an elephant, something that you admire, purchase it. It brings you joy. Right.
Well, I also use, the little elephants, like the little figurines that you can stick in a corner.
Exactly.
No one actually does notice, and it's on the floor, you know, and maybe the cat will bug it or the dog would bug it, but really mine tend to be in little places that you can't see or ledges on a windowsill, right?
That's perfect.
It doesn't have to be the size of an elephant for the elephant magic to work.
Exactly.
Yeah. So again, how can people find you?
So through you, I'll have something posted on your Jen web, like your Facebook page.
Yeah, Soulful Solutions, sure. Yeah.
That way, yeah.
Basically, people can find Kate through me. So Kate and I are joining up actually at some point in the near future to do sort of love rehab, money rehab, career rehab, where I do the healing work and the space clearing energetically, and she does the actual objet d'art and the alignment of sacred space. So we're super excited to do that. We do that independently anyway, and we see so much positive changes in our clients' homes that we thought we would join forces, since we're helping each other, you know, do it anyway. So if you want to join in the fun, let us know. Otherwise, if you want to find out more about Kate's work, send me a quick note at Soulful Solutions. While we have you, Kate, I'm just did a card reading for you because, you know, we're friends.
Oh.
So I bought the romance cards because of you, Miss Kate.
You did?
Yeah, but look, they're smaller now. They're not the same size as yours. But anyways, this is the honeymoon card. So what I feel though about this card, well, this is Venice, just between me and you, and speaking of travel.
Do you know that I skipped Venice when I was in Italy because of that photo of the two people in the, I've always wanted to be with my romantic partner in that, so I skipped Venice and left it. So yeah,
well, that should be your romance corner then. That should be your romance corner. So what I'm though feeling about it is you might have to travel, and it says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. My sense is you might have to travel to meet this person. There may be movement required. Interesting that you get two boats, because the next card was fogged in. It's a Viking ship that sang fogged in. So wherever you're going, again, there's two boats, two water elements, motion, energy, balancing emotions. But this indicates that perhaps the timing is not quite right. That right now, you know, the rowing, the oaring, what's the verb there, is slow. So you know, there's a time issue on that. Okay. It's not like soon. It's coming, but it's not soon. And oh, look at that, openness. So we got a beautiful moon card.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which is the full moon tomorrow. So what I would do, because we are talking about the full moon energies and feng shui and all that, make sure that you open up all your corners in your own personal devotional ceremony, your own, according to your philosophy and belief system. Make sure you work the corners. So you know, like I've got crystals after crystals. I wear them. I've got them lying around under the bed, on the windowsill. I don't actually always take the time to activate them. So it's like the message I'm getting for you is activate what you already have. Like go give it another nice little swoosh, right? You do it through prayer, smudging, positive music, you know, dancing, joy, that kind of thing. Even clapping. Remember the French Canadians, you know, in what's it called? New Year's Eve, they get rid of negative energy by banging pots, right? They get rid of all the negative spirits by banging pots. Well, you can also clap, you know, Tibetan chimes, singing bowls, that kind of thing. Just binging. That's why the bells in the Catholic Church, they have the incense and the bells. Yeah. The priest walks around. My grandmother would smudge the house once a week. You know, so it's part of all of our traditions in different ways. So thank you so much, Kate, Space Stylist.
Thank you. This was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being on. And again, we'll have you back on. We'll talk more about it as we learn more about ourselves and our bodies and space styling.
Sounds
Peace and love, girl. Peace and love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. So now we're going to jump over to the callers to see what we can do. Bye, Kate. So I've got Miss Erica up, I believe. Oh, sorry, Deborah, hang on one second. I'm going to get you in a second. I was trying to get Erica. I don't know why Erica, you're there, babe.
I'm here. How are you?
Yeah, good. Sorry, let me just try to, I don't know what's going on. Okay, Erica, sorry, girl. We'll get to Deborah. Deborah, you're second. There we go. So how can I help you? What's going on in your world?
So my question today is more about me in this relationship dynamic. So there's a particular male who I know is in my field.
Nice.
He's
like a real person?
Yes. It's not. I
have to ask. You know how it goes, right?
Yeah. It's not new. So my question is what I'm interpreting cerebral in the sense of wishful thinking? I'm wanting it to be something that it's not, right? Or do I need to trust what my heart and my intuition is telling me, ground in my experience, and allow things to unfold as they're going?
You're such an enlightened caller, Miss Erica. So picking 3 romance cards for you. Okay, that's what I was doing when I was looking down. the getting to know you card. Sorry, getting to know each other card.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely proceed forward.
Okay.
It does mean as you reveal each of yourselves to each other, your bond will deepen. Mm-hmm. So it's more like casual, like mm-hmm. Don't rush into anything, but certainly move forward. Love this card. This could be the one.
Okay, yeah.
So a definite yes to your question. You've already met the romantic partner you seek.
Okay.
Okay. So while, you know, I'm an old lady, been down this road a bit. I'm always open to love, though. I'm always a romantic. Be hopeful, but not crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let the man lead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking to Erica as a heterosexual woman. So there are certain dynamics between heterosexual men and women that really the rules have to be followed to some extent because it will change the dynamic. And I've learned that the hard way. It is also a card that comes up, it is safe for you to love. My sense, again, Erica is a personal friend, that's why I'm teasing her. Open your heart to give and receive. Because in the past you've been disappointed, right? You've had people sort of ghost you or, you know, doing the normal millennial kind of exploration. This one feels different.
Yeah.
So can you get to know a human being? The best advice I always give everybody is get to know another person. Yes. Don't project your desires, your hopes, your needs on them. They're not there to rescue you. They're not there to make you happy. They're not there to pay your bills. They're not there to, you know what I mean? Turn you on. You need to be turned on with your own life. You need to be paying your own bills. You need to be balancing yourself before you can be someone else's queen.
Exactly. And that's
right. And I know you know that. I'm just saying that out loud. Last card you get is the Great Adventure. So again, you're moving into something very positive. Take a risk, venture forward. So all yeses to your question.
Cool.
And you got to keep me posted, and I'll be your wingman.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'll assess the situation. You know me. Yeah, no. Yes, no, not you.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Much love, girl. Much love. All right, so now we will grab Miss Deborah. Hey, Deborah, welcome to the show. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deborah, you there? Hi, Deborah. I can't hear you, Deborah. So can you check your mic? Deborah, are you there? Okay, so I'm just going to do some. Oh, so your microphone isn't working. I'm sorry. Yes, just pull a card. I just read the questions. Thank you, Deborah, for letting me know. We have an anonymous attendee saying, if you desire a polyamorous relationship, yes, multiple candles, multiple pictures of people. Group energy would be what you want in your romance corner. So I apologize for sticking to monogamy. It's just my slant, I suppose. So yes, whatever you want, you get based on your own intention and your own desires. So for the caller that just asked me about polyamorous situations, doing 3 candles, having a picture of 3 people would be great, unless you want more than 3. So great question. Thank you for that correction. So this is for Miss Deborah. I'm not sure what you want to know. So what does Spirit want Deborah to know today? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. My sense of this is initially, though, signs are being given. Pay attention to your intuition. So I'm not necessarily reading like a dun 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 on that. Even though it's a caution. It's a caution. I think it's a slow down card. It means slow down. Again, confirmed by the impasse card. It feels reflect and redirect your energy. It looks like there's a wall or you're being blocked by something. So the good news is tomorrow's full moon is a huge opportunity, to remove the blocks, to set intentions, to work with prayer, meditation, your ritual tools, depending on your tradition and philosophy. I'm actually hosting an online healing meditation calling Healing Birth Trauma. For anyone who's interested, it gets rid of all the imprints our grandmother and biological mother gave us unconsciously during the conception to birth phase, so that we can pop the bubble of mindsets and fear and insecurity and woundedness and all that kind of stuff. Because again, September's full moon tomorrow is actually acting as that big reset button. The good news is about the end result of all your work, Miss Deborah, will be thriving. So the thriving card comes up. The enlightenment card comes up. You know why I said thriving? Because that was right behind it. So I'm going to give you both. Thriving and enlightenment. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. Everything will be all right. It feels like there's some kind of, again, you've got a moon card here. So this full moon energy has come up twice in your cards. And well, actually it's there in this one as well. So it's all the cards have the moon in it. The giraffe, I would actually research animal totem giraffe medicine. It's reaching up, asking what else is possible, reaching up, looking up. That could be prayer, that could be surrender, that could be, increasing your boundaries or set your standards higher. That also could be giraffe medicine. Giraffes get the last leaf on the top of the trees where other animals can't. So research giraffe medicine. There's a message about that. Looks like you're in a bit of a stuck place, but the good news is you're able to reach and get what you want. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how that went. I could perhaps clarify with you off camera. We'll jump to Sarah. Welcome to the show, Sarah.
Hi there.
Hi, Sarah, how are you?
Very good, yourself.
Good. Do you have a question? How can I help?
Well, I've been trying to do a lot of stuff on the mental and physical health front because this pandemic really has us on our asses in a lot of ways. Okay. But I'm also sort of struggling to find some higher purpose, like the higher self purpose and the way forward. So I guess I'm trying to get a, checklist.
Yeah, gotcha.
The things I should be doing and focusing on for the next, weeks and months.
Cool. So let's see. Free Yourself comes up. It's a unicorn card. I know you love that. It says it's time to take back control of your life. And the unicorn is in a corral. So basically it's showing me what you already feel. But what I'm sensing about the life purpose question, it's more about your personal transformation. It's almost like they're saying you've done everything else really well, Sarah, except this, the personal work. So the personal work is the work. It is the task right now. It's like, get yourself out of that corral, get yourself flying free, spread your wings and fly. And that's the intention behind this sort of COVID limitation. So it's catching up on things you haven't done, tasks that you need to do, decluttering, all that kind of stuff is what this full moon, ooh, look at all the cards. What this, lovely, look at you. What this full moon's all about. I love it when that happens. So it says solitude. Again, it means, not so active. It's introspective. Embracing like the crane. So again, there's a stillness here. Balance. The crane is balancing on one foot. So again, it's about balance and potential. It still speaks to me about that life purpose isn't your question right now. It's your life right now. The question is about your life living, how you live, how you live, where you live. That is more important than the actual life purpose. Because once you set yourself free, things will happen on their own. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. All right, good luck with that. Say hi to Mouse for me.
I will.
Thank you. Anona, welcome to the show. Hi, Nona. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good. Do you have a question, girl?
I don't really have a question per se, but I would like maybe some insights around like relationships in general.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's get the romance cards out. Okay, attraction. You get the attraction card. That's awesome. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So embracing the now moment and being happy on your own, being full right now without the other really critical to all relationships. You know this. Hard when you're bored or feeling lonely at some time or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. It's more about getting grounded. Again, the grounding card comes up, being outside in nature. She's still solitude though. It's still a single person standing there. So my sense is romance right now feels 6 months away. And they want you, again, it's the rainbow with the community, the transformation, the nature, getting out and being seen again. Getting out and circulating your light, putting the rainbow fire energy that you represent out into the world. Moving your energy, like being seen, posting online, attending events as you've done, connecting, because again, it feels about 6 months away.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Keep me
posted. I'd love to hear all the good stories.
Will do.
All right, so now we're going to take one more, and then we're going to jump right to the group readings. So for the group readings, guys, you're going to pick number 1, you're going to pick number 2, or you're going to pick number 3. So if you're watching on Facebook, you can participate that way. We'll take one more here. Is this my friend from Toronto?
Hi.
Yes.
It's
Hi,
Tracy.
I knew it. I was like, I think that's Tracy.
I know. It's because of
You're going incognito, girl, again.
I am. I don't even realize.
Yeah, it's okay. It's. I think it's your mom's Zoom account, but that's good.
Yeah. How are you?
Good. How are you, man? What question can I help you with?
I also have a question about relationships.
Of course you do.
And there's someone who has recently come in who I used to have a thing with about 8 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Back into my life. So I'm curious. Yes. And I'm wondering, I guess I'm just curious about it.
Yes. So you, like Erica, you get the get to know each other card. So move forward. It's a yes card, but it's a yes with a calm pace. Right? No rushing in. I say that and I laugh because the next card says engagement. So it does feel your love life is ascending to a new level of commitment. What I get off these two cards, though, is this slower pace will create a deeper commitment between you and this other person, right? Okay. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
Don't get, all crazy. Yeah. Sorry, let's see what card comes up here. Embracing enthusiasm, really enjoying it. Again, not letting the projections of past relationships influence, this person. Like, don't let the sins of everyone else fall on him or her. Shout to the heavens with happiness.
Okay.
Be expecting, be open. Again, the worst thing we can do is let the past influence the present. The worst thing we can do is let our parents or our childhood influence blessings or bliss. That's why I actually am doing that online healing birth trauma workshop tomorrow.
Right. I'm going to see if I can come to that.
What's that? You are? Excellent.
Yeah, I'd like to come to that. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love you. I'd love you to come. And then you get the happiness card. So 2 dolphins moving in the right direction, having fun. So it's an energy of yes, joy, play, enjoyment, right? And wonderment. Enjoy it. Don't get too heavy with it. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Flirt, have fun.
Okay.
Light. Keep it light.
All right.
And I hope to see you online tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome, girl. Say hi to the Fam Jam.
Will do.
All right, guys. So now, because we had a guest speaker, we're going to have to switch over to the group readings, which is fun because everyone gets to participate. So all you have to do is pick 1, 2, or 3. Super easy peasy. This is a reading for group number 1. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And we'll see what's going on. The romance cards are obviously designed for people who are single or in relationship change. But even if you are in a relationship, the cards can also help you understand something. Soulmate. So for the ones, you're getting the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. It's a person, 2 people embracing. Again, forgive the heterosexual nature. Again, if whatever your flavor is, just see it as love coming into your life. That someone that's significant and that's going to make an impact is coming in, I would say, in the next 6 weeks, if not already in your life. Many of us have already met that person, and there's just a timing issue that's happening. Again, follow your bliss comes for the number ones. Navigate the stars, be hopeful, look up, pay attention to certain astrological influences, and look, I read your numerology, but my sense is there's some kind of distance travel. This is a feeling of time. The journey you are on is beginning to find your soulmate, but it feels successful, it feels positive. You're lit up by the moon. This is a first quarter moon or a new moon. So can someone please research new moon September? The date feels new moon. Tomorrow is a full moon, so we're not quite there yet. And you guys got action card. So be like the waves, come and go, come and go. Yes, take action, be positive, but also be fluid. Let things come, let things go. Don't be too fixed, don't attach to anything. Balance your emotions. Water represents emotions. So for the number twos, here we go. This is yours for the number twos. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Make it, I'll use certain language that, references me. Healing family issues. So the twos need to work on some childhood pain, perhaps current relationship issues or family issues, or, your childhood in general. Your love life benefits of you forgive your parents. Again, for those of you who are interested, I am hosting that Healing Birth Trauma, which is also an ancestral healing, Wednesday at 8 p.m., which would be great. There is an element of wonder for the twos. You got the Magician looking up. It says walk in beauty, look up at the moon. It's Saturn, a wondrous universe. Be positive, have an uplifted mindset, positive thinking, ask what else is possible no matter what is happening in your life, because that will shift things much, much quicker. You get the transformation card. What a lovely ending for the twos. It's all about death and rebirth, and the butterfly has to die 7 cycles in order for it to become beautiful, which also is funny because you got the walk in beauty card. So there's something about to transform in your lives that's quite wonderful. And I do think it might be related to romance if you are single, the number twos. Number 3, last but not least, the number threes. What do we have on tap for you? Let's see, remember everyone should be in sort of some kind of ceremony or sacred space tomorrow night. Join me if you can. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. This could be literal, that you're in a relationship that needs some work. It could be a sign that it's worth holding on to. Or it could be something in the business world, like your work tribe. Don't give up on work just yet. So it can also represent platonic relationships. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. And again, it's representing that fear not, you're not walking alone. You're moving through life with a lot of positivity. And there